Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Um, so these are the things. I'm going to drop the scheme in the group. I'll be dropping the scheme in the group. Now, for those in the VVIP, please, those in the VVIP, please just after this live section, please, you have to tell me or send me a DM on how much you would be depositing. Again, you can either deposit $50 or $100, please. So you tell me how much you'll be depositing. So I'm already planning and preparing for um the whole thing. All right. So and then I am going to be taking a section on how to take signals. Now we're going to be trading on volatility 50 on the touch stroke no touch, all right? With the touch stroke no touch trade type, right? So I'm going to be explaining this touch stroke no touch in details. All right, but before we go get there, uh this is going to be our scheme. Of course, well, this is just what we need to know. All right, we need to understand what market structure, we need to understand. See, under market structure, these are the things we need to understand. We need to understand, well, break of structure, what break of structure is, what break of structure is, what change of character is, all right? Break of structure, change of character, and then what do we need to understand again? We need to understand fair value gap. Fair value gap. We need to understand order block, and then we need to understand liquidity. Then once you understand all this, right? We need to understand all this individually and then bring them together. We need to understand market structure, of course, just simply the movement of markets. And then under market structure, we need to understand what break of structure is, change of character. We need to understand what fair value gap is. We need to understand what order block is. And then we need to understand what liquidity is. And then we're now going to talk about top-down analysis. We're then going to talk about top-down analysis, which is very important, top-down analysis. Because of course, before you can actually place a trade, you need to be able to do your analysis from the higher time frame down to the lower time frame. So that is what we call top-down analysis. All right. We need to understand top-down analysis. And then we need to understand what's that other one? What's that other one? Um, entry. Entry. And then it's very important that we need to then understand the derivative platform. And then we then need to understand the touch stroke no touch. Touch stroke no touch strategies. Because there are various strategies on this touch stroke no touch, right? There are various strategies on this touch stroke no touch that we'll be talking about. There are various strategies, right? That we're going to be looking at. Please, do we need lesson on how to use their platform? Risk management, definitely, definitely. And then we're going to talk about risk management. Risk management. All right. And then we're then going to talk about account flip. Account flip. How to flip accounts. Now, this is our scheme for please try to screenshot or copy this out. This is what we're going to be treating. This is our scheme for the whole thing. This is our scheme, and this is what we're going to be looking at. And then once you understand all these things, guys, trust me, you are good to go. You are good to go. You would really, really scale through the forex market, which is something that is very interesting. Which is something we're going to be looking at for real. So this is just the things that you need to understand. These are the things that you need to understand. All right. So having said all that, for the VVIP group, right? So this section, that those in the VVIP group are always going to have access to, our lectures and all those things, all right? At least for now. So demand and supply. Now I don't demand and supply is still under. I prefer to use order block to demand and supply. All right. It's still kind of the same concept, but I just prefer to use the order block. All right. I don't like to choke so many things together. All right. So I just like to take things very simple. All right. So that's just the thing here. So for those in the VVIP group, um for those in the VVIP group, sorry for the short break. We are going to be having another class probably tomorrow or next tomorrow. Once we start this, we're going to be having another class tomorrow and next tomorrow for only those in the VVIP group. And then I'm going to be showing you how to take signals. All right, because we're going to be getting started. I am sometime next month. I'm going to be very busy. I have a trip that I need to go on. All right, and it's very, very important. It's something I've been waiting for a long time. So it's very, very important that I go on the trip. So, and for us to be able to take the signals and all that, for all those things, I cannot be on that trip and then be giving signals. All right. So, for those in the VVIP group, please and please, uh, send me a DM on how much I think we have like 7 or 8 people in there already. Let me even check. So send me a DM after this live section, how much you are going to be depositing. Okay, we have like all right, 6 people in there. All right, 6. So you are going to send me a DM on how much you are going to be depositing. We're going to have a separate class for us probably tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, and then you're going to tell me how much you're going to be depositing, and then we're going to start from there. All right, we're going to tell me how much you're going to be depositing, and then I'll know how much each and every one of you are depositing. Like again, you can either deposit 50, 100 or more. You can deposit 200, 500. It depends, right? The more you deposit, the larger your profit. All right, the more you deposit, the larger your profit. Now for those depositing $50, the target for $50 is going to be um $500, right? Once you just get to 500, that's the first target, $500. The target for $100 is $1,000, and we're going to be achieving this in less than a week. All right, so we're going to achieving this in a week. Let's say in a week, right? In a week, because we are trying to be making we're going to be making 40 to 50% every single day. All right, so let's say you're starting with $100, and then we're going to be starting with $10, and then we're going to be compounding 50% every day, which is a lot, trust me. So in a week plus, let's say in 7 days or more, just say like 8, 9 days, we should be able to get to our target. All right, if we did not blow account on the way. All right, so we are going to be taking lessons for the next few days on how to effectively take signals, how to effectively take the signals. It's very easy. It's not so difficult. And then we're going to be setting time where we're going to be doing it. So you have to be very available at that time. All right. So that's what we're going to be doing. $50. If you're depositing $50, the target is 500. If you're depositing 100, the target is 1,000. If you're depositing $200, the target is $2,000, and vice versa. That's how we're going to be doing it. All right. So this is our scheme of work. All right. So we're going to be starting with break of structure, market structure, break of structure, change of character. I'll stop going live on TikTok. So we have officially started. So I'll stop going live on TikTok. I've already stopped going live on TikTok. Except maybe I just feel like, all right, that's just the thing. That me going live on TikTok again will not be to promote this VVIP group and all. It's just going to be me going and then just explaining on all that. So that's just going to be it. All right. So those in the VIP group, Guys, those in the VIP group, if you want to join the VVIP group, just send me a DM. You do not want to miss out on that. You do not just want to be seeing screenshots and everything. You don't want to just be seeing that. All right. So for those in the VVIP group, once we get started, I'm going to be coming live like this on Zoom, and then we're going to be trading together. We're going to be trading together, and then we're going to be doing everything together. You're going to be seeing everything first hand, how I do my analysis, how I take my signals and all. So that's how we're going to be doing it. And then you do not want to miss out on that. You do not want to miss out on that. All right. So that's it, guys. So tonight is just about oh, normally I'm supposed to come here earlier on. Like I'm supposed to um I'm supposed to come for this meeting earlier on. I just had a little bit family emergency, but then I already promised that I'm going to be coming live today. So that's I had to just come live like this today. All right. So please write down or maybe screenshot this topic, this scheme of work, because this is what we're going to be looking at. So let's do a little bit of market structure, right? Let's do a little bit of market structure, because I did not intend to do anything again today, but then it should not just be that, okay, we're just postponing. So let's do a bit of market structure. So what is market structure? Again, what is market structure? Market structure is simply the movement of the market. It's simply the move. It's not difficult. Again, forex trading is not difficult if you really understand. You just need to understand the whole concept. Right? You just need to understand the whole concept. It's just simply the movement of the market. And the market will always move in three ways, right? Is either the market is going up like this, right? Is either the market is going up or it is coming down like this, or it is going sideways like this. So when the market is going sideways, we are not really interested in a sideways market at all, right? My strategy does not involve a market that is going in a sideways direction. So we're only involved in a market that is either trending to the upside or going to the downside, right? So let's look at instance where the market is going to the upside, right? Market is going to the upside. It's going to always give us what? Impulsive or higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows like this. The markets will not just go up for eternity. It's always going to be giving us what? Higher highs and higher lows, right? Higher highs and higher lows like this. It's always going to be giving us higher highs and higher lows, right? So it cannot just keep going up in a one straight line. That's one thing that will never happen. All right, so let's see. And before we go, and before I show you guys an example on the chart, let's see. Now, in an uptrend, again, we're expecting what? A higher high. Once you have a higher high, we're expecting what? A higher low like this, and then a new higher high, higher low, higher high. And then I already talked about this whole thing before, so I'm not going to be talking too deep about it. We understand what our break of structure, what our break of structure is here. Our break of structure is the point that which the market breaks the recent highest point in an uptrend. Our break of structure is the point at which the market breaks the recent highest point to give us what? A new highest point like this. And then this is our break of structure here again in this. Now let's look at a downtrend scenario. Let's go to the chart actually. This is a downtrend here in this chart. All right. If you notice generally, let's leave that first. Let me just quickly talk about this like this. Something I want to show you. This is a downtrend here. As you can see from here, we have a lower low like this, a lower high. Now, one thing is knowing how to draw your paths. I drag this like this lower low, and the reason I can either put it here or here because they are equal. All right. Now this is a lower high like this. Or let me just use this one, lower high. And this is not my lower low. The lower low has to be lower than the previous lowest point, right? This is the previous lowest point. So this is just a low here, right? This is just a low here like this. So I'm not going to be considering this. All this one here is internal structure. So this is our what? Now, for this to even be a lower low, like guys, this is one thing you need to know, right? For this point to be a valid lower low, it has to break this. Remember, I said a break of structure. As you can see, this one here even did not break this. This is not a break of structure here, right? If I'm to draw this part, guys, this is how I'm going to do it. lower low, lower high, and lower low. This is how the path will look like, right? Don't let all this thing confuse you, right? Because look at this. Let me show you something. As long as this lowest point, this is recent at the point, this was the lowest point. This lowest point did not get broken. Look at this. This is not a break. For us to see a break, we have to see a candle closure. A candle has to be closed under this, right? You have to see a candle closure. So this is not a break right here. Right. So if I'm to draw this, I'm going to draw this like lower low, like this, lower high. All this thing here is internal structure, right? And then these are lower low here. And then it's giving us what? A lower high, like this, before it gives us what? A continuation. This is basically how this would look like. So our point here is what we're just going to try to discover here is where will this, right? This thing here get to before it start coming down. That's just what we're trying to discover. That's where our what? Our other blocks comes in, right? Where is this thing? That's where, hold on, I'm looking for, hold on, please. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. So that is where our other block comes in. And where's our other block here? And we are still going to be getting to that. We're still going to get into that topic. So if you do not understand what I'm drawing right here, so don't worry. So what we're anticipating to happen here in this market, right? What we're anticipating to happen here is this. So let me redraw the path. So we have what? Lower low, lower high, lower low like this. We're expecting this to get here, lower high, before coming down like this. This is what we're anticipating. So we can actually even still trade this as an uptrend here. We can still trade this as an uptrend because we're anticipating the market to get here. And that's what we're anticipating to do because we have our other block here. All right, as you can see. So that is that on that. So we're simply going to get into other blocks so you understand all these concepts properly. All right, so we understand all this properly. So that's just now that's one thing. This is not the break of structure here because it did not break the lowest point. It did not break this lowest point. So this is the point where the lowest point was broken, as you can see. It's at this point that this lowest point was broken to give us what a new lowest point here. This is the new lowest point. All right. Now we're expecting what? A lower high and then a lower low. Right. Again, now one thing you need to know is notice this is a 15-minute time frame. We need to be able to, that's where top-down analysis comes in. Remember, in this, just looking at the 15-minute time frame, I'm expecting what this to get here and come back down. But then sometimes you see that the market will just do something like this. We'll just do something like this. Let me show you. Do something like this. And then it will just break through here. And you'll be like, there's another block here. Why didn't it respect the other block? Why didn't it go down from here? Because you are just looking at this and doing your analysis from one time frame. Because if you go down to like the 1 hour, for instance, and see a very clear picture, to see a very clear picture of what is really happening here. Let's see, my network is a bit slow here. Okay, Vlad. Guys, can you still hear me, please? Guys, can you still hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, okay. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. I need to reload this page. Okay, we are at volatility 51x index. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour time frame. All right, look at on the 1 hour time frame. On the 1 hour time frame, it is generally what an uptrend, guys. Look at this. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Like this, higher high. And what is happening here? Higher low, guys. They were expecting what a higher high. So if you are just looking at this on the 15 minutes, you would not see that it's an uptrend, that this is just a retracement here. It's just higher low here. You would not see here, I know that at a point this market is going to start going up, right? What I'm just going to try and do is note on the 1 hour time frame where the market is going to start going up from. Huh? I'm just going to find what my order block here. And where is my order block? I can see my order block is right here. And the market is almost at the other block there. It's almost there. It's almost there at the other block there. And it can literally start going up from here. But then this is what I'm anticipating to see here. So here, what I'm just waiting for on this 15-minute time frame is what? A change of character. A change of character on the 15-minute time frame. We're still going to be talking more about change of character here. So we have this, 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 this. So we're expecting what? A change of character. So this one here, if this one breaks through here, and this is what I'm anticipating, this one comes down and breaks through this level here to enter what? Our other block here. It enters our other block here like this. And then we're going to, and that's giving us what? A new low, right? And then we're now going to see a change of character like this. A change of character like this. And then we're going to see this and a continuation like this. And then this will be the change of character here, this point. At which the market breaks this level will be our change of character. So this is what I'm actually anticipating here for this market to, continue trending to the upside. So this is what I'm anticipating in this market. This is what I'm anticipating in this market. All right. So we're expecting this one here, this move here to give us a new low, right? And then this one to give us this. So that's what I'm anticipating in this market. So I'm going to be talking in depth in more details about change of character, because of course change of character help us to know in most cases a continuation, or when the market has resumed its impulsive move or resume the trend. You want to say something? So tomorrow we're going to be coming live, and then we're going to be talking in details about change of character, and how to, of course, how to use change of character to, these are an uptrend like this. Hold on. Hmm. Yeah, in this kind of scenario, we can have something like this. So how do we know when the uptrend is going to resume? We need to see what? A change of character. A change of character. Like this. So it will continue, start out, then start going up like this. To give us what? A break of structure here. All right. So we need to understand all these concepts. We need to just understand all this concept. And where's our change of character here at this point? Is our change of character. And then I'm going to be giving us assignments. I'm just going to tell us to go to a particular pair, maybe volatility 25 index. Okay, sorry guys, my network went off there. So this whole section that we just had is being recorded. I don't know what's wrong with my network. I just got back and then that's just been acting up. Right. So this whole section about change of character, we're going to be treating it properly tomorrow. We need to really understand that, because that is kind of like one of the things that we're going to be talking about, or one of the things that we're going to be focusing on to be able to understand this whole thing properly. Right. So having said all that, guys, please guys, those that are in the VVIP group, and then we'll be depositing. We're going to be starting that as soon as possible, probably in the next 2-3 days, right? Depending on my schedule and all that. So please, if you are depositing, just send me a DM and tell me how much you'll be depositing, so we can have all that into record. All right. So I'm going to be ending this section here. I'm going to be coming live way earlier tomorrow, probably by 8 or 7, 8. I'm going to communicate the time to us. Uh, I'm going to communicate the time to us like hours before, so we can have a much more longer section. Right, so that's how we're going to be doing it. So, thank you guys for joining this section. This whole section is being recorded, so I'm going to post it on YouTube so you can have access to it anytime. So